Okay, we are now recording for episode 40 of Enter the Dungeon. Who wants to give the recap of what happened last time?
Not me.
Oh, okay. So last episode we arrived at the Druid Conclave. Stitching an injured or poisoned, I should say, and we got him healed. After that, we went to go see. Actually, I think Fitch did something last episode.
Yeah, I went to a dojo, and I fought another monk. It was interesting. I beat him, luckily. I was close, though. Then I rejoined with you guys. Then after that, did we get body swapped immediately after that?
Not immediately afterwards. There was.
Or when I met with you guys?
No, first you had the trial by Druid.
Right. So
we also found a new hotel that we're using as a safe place, I guess.
Yeah, we're storing the planar gem at the Sigil Wheel Inn.
Yeah.
Oh, right, the storage.
Yep.
Is that where we're at?
No, you guys met with the druids and everything like that.
Yeah, we went and talked to them. They called us all out for being between dubious and straight up bad people.
Not me.
No, actually, you they liked. I was dubious.
And they really did not like me.
They were just like they straight up. You are not a good person. They're like, all right, you need to prove your worth. We're gonna go send you off on a thing. They were like saving some temple in the Fey Plane, and we got body swapped in the process of transferal.
Yep, and that's where we begin again. You guys are right now in a flowery field. These seem to be some type of white flowers. It's about midday, and you guys are probably still recovering from being body swapped. Behind you, there is a forest area, and then directly in front of where you're looking, there seems to be more mountainous terrain.
Okay.
Do we know where from where we are is the temple?
And you hear the voice of one of the druids in your head say, okay, so our connection on that side, he's going to come get you guys to lead you to the stronghold. Should be there soon. He says less than 10 minutes.
Do they know that we got body swapped? Or was that on purpose?
No, didn't they say that like that sometimes happens or something like that, or they made a mistake?
Yeah, they told you at the end of the last session that there was a bit of a mix-up.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys want to start by doing?
Describe what's around us.
So there seems to be a large forest area behind you. Then there's some mountainous terraria further on. This whole area just seems to be like a giant field of flowers. And up in the sky, if you look, the clouds seem to be in some pretty elaborate shapes.
Do I get my bush PTSD?
No, but I'm glad that you brought up memory and such, because as you guys are just kind of sitting there thinking back, reflecting on your lives, you kind of notice something a bit strange. Like, you still remember everything that happened to you, but the language perspective seems to be a bit flipped. Like, Fitch, you being here, it reminds you of some of your other travels and your time growing up in the halfling country. But you think back to like a conversation you had with various halflings, and in your mind, that conversation is no longer in halfling; it's in Draconic. And you realize that you no longer know how to speak halfling, but you still have all your memories of times speaking it.
So I just don't understand my memories. Or did I translate them all?
Yeah, all of the memories have been translated for you, so you still understand them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of happening with all of you.
Bro.
Messed up, man.
Yeah.
What language is there, like, giant speak?
Yes.
Yeah, it's giant.
Yeah.
Having giant replaced with halfling is just beyond jarring.
And also, Fitch, you suddenly have like another weird recollection.
Hold up. Who are you talking to? Me, or are you talking about talking to?
Okay, if I just say a character's name, I'm referring to the person that normally plays that character.
Okay.
Because we're still commanding our old personalities in new bodies, basically.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now Geralt is not chaotic good, but neutral good. Speaking.
Yeah, I guess so, because you still have like your own personalities and motivations and all that.
Oh no.
But you do actually have a bit of a strange memory that you don't really know when it happened. You just kind of see yourself in a mine area talking with some dwarves. Now, the conversation has been auto-translated for you into Draconic, and you're just kind of like talking about your day and what's going on. And that's all you can really remember from that.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys want to try to communicate with each other, see what's going on?
Well, I mean, I'd imagine relatively quickly we would see ourselves
Yeah.
and then figure out what happened.
I speak to my seeing myself. Wait, that's me.
Oh no. I am not used to looking up at people. This is not comfortable.
I'm feeling a little bit heavier.
Rude.
I mean, if anything, Earthmover is probably slightly lighter than you.
Really?
Because
Yeah,
not only,
I'm a runt.
and also he's not covered in scales.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. I'm Geralt, or who's
Okay,
character?
so take a step back. Chris, you are right now playing Geralt.
Okay.
Michael, you are right now playing Earthmover, and Andreas, you are playing Fitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got that right. Okay.
Yep.
This feels a bit weird. It feels like I've been like this before.
And as you guys are all talking, you suddenly see a shadow fall over you, and you look up, and there seems to be a creature that you guys recognize to be kind of like a dragon, but it's unlike any dragon you've ever seen. It's got mostly a blue body, but it's got pink scales along its back. And it calls out in Draconic, saying, "Yes, looks like it's time for an easy meal."
Uh-oh.
So
I say uh-oh, and I say, he's hungry.
yeah, someone else knows that as well. But everyone but me knows that. Yeah.
Yeah, Fitch, I would like. Oh, wait. Earthmover knows how to speak Draconic?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hey. Okay, so
Or I used to.
I want to speak to the dragon.
He's pretty hungry, dude. Or well, I don't speak like that. He wants to eat us. I don't think we should be talking with him.
He's clearly an intelligent being. I'm sure he's reasonable.
I smell mortals from the material plane. It's been a long time since I've gotten to snack on those.
Okay, maybe he's gonna eat us.
Yeah, I look around to see where we can go.
Okay, let's roll for initiative.
Oh,
I was just gonna cast invisibility and run away.
this is my third game of the day, and I've been rolling garbage all day.
Wait, hold up. Can Earth Mover cast invisibility?
Mm,
No, that's an illusion spell.
yeah, it's illusion. No, I can't. We ruled that I don't have illusion, even though the
Oh,
base
I'm the only
says
one
that
who
I
can
do.
do that.
I hate this.
Oh, for the first time ever, I have a good initiative, and it's not even because of the plus. What is this, 4? Yeah, no, 23.
No, okay. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna look like I'm trying to focus and cast invisibility.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where can I go? With disguise self, what can I do? I can be. Can I look like I'm another drag? Well, giant.
No, that's no.
First, we'll figure that out on your turn. What'd you get for initiative?
I rolled natural 19.
Okay.
So that means dexterity is a 10, which is not plus of it. It's a plus 2? Plus 1?
No. Plus 0. Michael,
Zero,
what'd you
okay.
get?
I got 16.
Okay. Okay, looks like Chris, you're gonna go first.
All right.
I got a 23.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Excuse me?
Sorry, I put down.
Yeah, no, I almost always go
What
first.
broken world are we living in?
Sorry, I put a Fitch down in my notes, and I just kind of had a mix up for a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of these moments.
Well, you're on the document.
Fine.
Yeah, no.
Wait, hang on. We're level. What level are we? Fitch is level 5, right?
I'm just gonna do first
Okay.
two.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 key point to take the dash action, and then use my main action to also take the dash action. And I'm going to bolt out of there, just towards the nearest cover.
Okay, into the woods.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I cast invisibility.
Wait, what'd you get for initiative?
I got 19, natural 19.
Okay. Oh, this Michael, I got 16. Okay, yep. Wait, you can't cast invisibility. Okay. Wait. Yes, you're playing. Okay, yes, sorry. You're playing Geralt, you have the invisibility.
This is confusing you more than it's confusing us.
Yeah.
I hope this is what you wanted.
Yes, okay. Yep, you're invisible. Yep, so the Dragonborn's invisible. The halfling has fled. That just leaves
Got away safely.
Wait, am I allowed to do invisible on more than one person? Invisible.
No, you can only concentrate on one spell at a time.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
Can you twin cast it?
Yeah.
Because invisibility isn't self; it's one creature.
Yeah.
Which means yes.
Double check the rules on twin casting.
I'm making sure invisibility isn't self. This is invisibility, not greater invisibility.
Yeah.
Range / area is touch, so theoretically, I'll make sure.
Yep. When you cast a spell that targets only one creature and doesn't have a range of self, you can spend a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature in range with the same spell.
Which I think this is level 2. Yep.
Okay, yep. You can twin cast this.
All right. I twin cast. Do I have to wait for the next round? Or
No, if you're gonna twin cast it, you have to do it as part of the same action.
all right, yeah. I twin cast me and Earth Mover. Or well,
Yeah.
Earth Mover.
I love how
Okay.
confusing this is.
And that's gonna bring us to Michael.
So I'm invisible right now, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna run to where I saw Fitch run to, or it's where I saw Earth Mover run to.
Yeah, in Fitch's body.
Quote
Okay.
unquote.
Yeah.
Yep, so you run off into the woods. Now the dragon's gonna go.
Oh no! You disappeared. Where'd they go?
Yeah, I guess it'll make a perception check to try to smell you.
Oh God. Please no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that since quote unquote Gerald Fitch is still out in the open, he's able to kind of narrow down on his scent.
Okay.
The other two, you ran out into the woods, so he can't really follow you. He's just gonna land right in front of you and say, "How about we just give this up now before it gets any uglier?"
What's my charisma?
And then it turns invisible.
It turns invisible.
Yep. Since the other two are effectively out of combat for now, Chris, what do you want to do?
Chris, do you have Dispel Magic?
Michael, do you have?
No, I don't.
Oh.
All right. So what I do have though is. Do I remember where the dragon landed?
It was directly in front of you when it disappeared.
I charm person and try to charm the dragon.
Read the effect for charm person.
Huh?
Yeah, charm person only works on a humanoid.
I thought persons signified like a singular being.
Well, the
No, it says
spell
humanoid.
in the spell's description it specifies humanoid.
Charm a humanoid,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Yep. I like the idea though.
What do you have? What do you have? I start to walk back. Can I walk back at the same time as pulling out my spear to toss the spear at the dragon?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really know where you are, so you'd be able to move away safely.
All right, yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna move away into the woods or just back up?
Let's see. How much woods is there? I'm in it. I'm
To
in a.
clarify, the woods are about 10 feet behind you from where you guys landed.
And the dragon's not in between us.
No, the dragon basically landed in front of you, pretty much between you and the mountainous terrain in the distance.
Okay. Try and confuse the dragon. I'm gonna go to the side first and then back into the woods.
Okay, so like 20 feet off to the side, then 10 feet to the woods.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, once you're in the woods, the dragon you hear it just give a mighty yell and just be like, "Rrrr. These three aren't worth it."
No.
Okay, you guys have kind of defeated the dragon, I guess. You gotta-
Defeated the dragon.
Evaded.
wait.
Yeah, I've made it.
You guys have
Defeated.
We have survived our encounter with the dragon, certainly.
yes. It's a +1 femur.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys are all in the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see now. Which one of you would have... Yeah, Andreas, you probably went furthest into the woods, and so something you notice is that once you were in there, it seemed to get really dark really quickly. Like, much faster than your understanding of how woods works would lead you to believe. You can still pretty much see where you're going, but it's kind of got like an ominous feel to it.
Oh, that I don't like.
And the other two aren't visible. So you can't find them if you wanted to.
Yeah, because I bolted long before they turned invisible. I moved 90 feet in 6 seconds. There's no chance I watched them turn invisible.
Yeah.
I ran like the tiny coward I am. That's not to
You
say
are
that
not
you.
a tiny coward.
No. That's not to say that your character is generally a tiny coward. You've put an almost large creature into a small creature's body. The initial response is going to be, "Oh, I need to run now."
I am small but mighty. I've killed.
Oh, I know. As a player, I know.
Oh, yeah.
As a character, I'm going, "Oh, I don't belong in this size body. This is not right."
Oh, and by the way... Okay, yeah, actually, no, you wouldn't hear that. But yeah, so, Michael, did you also try to get as deep into the woods as you could?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for you, it also is getting darker, but you're not quite as far in as Thitch's body is.
I want to see if I can't climb a tree to see if the darkness is imposed by something outside of the forest or imposed by the forest itself.
Yeah, you can go ahead and try to scale a tree. I guess that would...
Gosh. I just had
acrobatics?
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, or athletics. Like, I mean, you're not necessarily in any imminent danger, so it's not going to be too hard to climb a tree, and Thitch is a pretty agile guy, so this isn't going to be too hard.
Yeah, he got a +7 acrobatics.
Yeah, just go ahead and make a quick check.
Yeah, that's an 18.
Okay, +7?
No, total.
Okay, yeah, so with that, you're able to jump up to a low-hanging branch, and you're kind of like, I guess, surprised at how light this body is and how easily it can move.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to make it up to the top of a tree, and when you look out across it, you realize that you can no longer see into the woods itself. On top of this tree, you can see across, like, to the field where you were earlier, and it's all normal daylight, but there seems to be something blocking you looking inwards.
Like looking down into the forest from above the forest?
Yes, you can't do that.
So if I poke my head, if I like get it so my neck is right at the canopy, and I just duck my head in and out, I'm noticing a distinct barrier from being able to look down into the forest from above.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And Michael, what are you currently doing in Earthmover's body?
I'm trying to look for Fitch's body.
Okay. You're just yelling out, Fetch!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, yeah, you know what? I mean, Earthmover probably has a large booming voice, right?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna rule that Chris, you can hear him.
Okay.
Yeah, you just suddenly hear someone yelling out, Fetch! Fetch!
Alright, I walk towards that.
Yep, and so, Michael, as you go along, you do see it getting progressively darker, and after a while, you hear just what almost sounds like children's laughter.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And Chris, make me a perception or investigation check to try to track in on the voice yelling your name.
Okay, so nothing added. No proficiency added. So that means I roll a natural 11.
Okay, yeah, within 11, you've got some idea of where the voice is coming from, but you can't completely track down on it.
All right, so I'll just start walking in the general direction.
Yeah, and Andreas, during one of your times of sticking your head into the forest, you do hear someone yelling "Thitch" in your voice.
Oh, that's frightening.
Yep.
That's gonna take some adjusting. No, I can't tell if they're calling for actual Thitch or body Thitch.
But either
I figure I may as well go.
Okay, so yeah, I guess you also make perception or investigation.
Yeah. Which one is higher for this? Perception. Yep, it'll be perception. That's a 14 overall.
Okay, with a 14, yeah, you're able to get a bit of a better idea of where the voice is coming from, since you guys both ran in the same direction.
Okay.
But you still feel like it's might take a little bit of time to track down.
Okay.
Yeah, and okay, so Michael, after a few minutes in the woods, you finally come across what seems to be a young human girl. She's about, from what you can tell, 10 years old, but she seems... Actually, you know what? Go ahead, and if you want, you can roll investigation.
Okay.
She hasn't quite noticed you yet.
I rolled a 10. That's plus.
Yeah.
What's the modifier on that? Investigation.
That's intelligence, right?
Yeah. Okay. So plus 3. So 13.
Yeah, with a 13, you definitely do find it strange that there would just be this child here in this dark forest alone. It makes you wonder if there's something weird going on here.
I definitely know something weird going on here.
Yeah, and describe her a little bit more. She seems to have long blonde hair, and she's wearing like a full-length white dress.
What's the Fey equivalent of a hag?
I think so.
Oh yeah, those are the okay. No, that was a dumb question.
Yeah, and then a young boy kind of joins her. He's wearing like long pants and what seems to be a vest.
Oh. Okay, I approached him and say, "Well, hello, children. What are you
And the
doing
girl-
here in the middle of the woods?"
you're a giant mountain thing.
Wait, you can see us? It has been
Yes.
so long since an adult has been able to see us.
Oh, why can't adults see you?
Are you also perhaps a child, but a large one?
Wait,
Yes.
how Geralt as for Dragonborn?
Dragonborns live about as long as humans, so how old is Geralt, by the way?
I never I would say he's like 30-ish.
Yeah, I think that's about how old we established for Earthmover, right, Andreas?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
And Fitch, he spent, 30 years at sea, and how long at the monastery?
Let me see. How old was I? I was 60 years, 20 years, I believe, at the monastery. Hold
Okay,
on.
so 20 at the monastery, then 30 at sea. So, yeah, you would have been 10 when you joined the monastery. That's not unreasonable. Yeah, and while he's doing that, the
To other halflings, I think I'm still like in my heyday.
Okay. Yeah, and the boy says to you, "So then, if you have your memories yet come back, then how long have you been in these woods?"
I just came into the woods.
So then your memories have probably not yet returned. Would you like to be our friend? It's been a while since we've made a new friend.
They want to eat you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, sure, I'll be your friend.
They want to eat you. No, I'm kidding.
It is so nice to meet you. What is your name?
I'm gay. I'm Earth Mover.
Hello, Earthmover. The girl says, "My name is Emma," and the boy says, "My name is Benjamin."
Hansel and Gretel.
Earthmover, such a funny name, if you don't mind me saying.
I kind of wish I had said Girth Mover.
No.
You had a chance and you missed it.
If you had
I mean,
one
I did say like Earth Mover.
Oh, and by the way, Chris and Andres, he stopped calling out your names, so you can't really track him right now. Do you
How
remember?
close am I to them?
Do you remember anything from your time before?
Plane of the Dead?
I actually do. I do have my memories.
A fast recaller, the boy says. There are some of those like us. I was also like that.
Actually, speaking of friends, I actually have some friends that are in these forests right now.
Oh,
I was actually calling out to them.
did you all come here together?
Yes.
And the girl says, "Sometimes I wonder if that's better or worse, because, at least you have friends to start with, but then that's 3 sad families."
What?
Oh. The boy says, "Oh yes, you're new here. You probably don't realize what's happened, do you?"
No, what has happened?
Well, if you are like us, then that means that you are a child who was lost in the woods and sadly was not able to survive.
Oh. Wait a second. So these are dead children that are in the woods. So, okay.
cue Disney music.
Oh, Disney, what?
More like
Into the woods.
that wasn't made by Disney.
Wasn't it?
No. And besides, if anything, this would be like early Disney, like 1950s at latest.
Okay, so I'm gonna start calling out Fitch again, except a little bit with a more scared voice.
Fitch, your friend. Let us help you. Fitch! And now you guys hear 3 voices calling out for your name. Make perception checks with advantage.
17.
Okay. And Chris?
That's not good.
I
How
love
big is
dead
the
children.
advantage?
Chris,
How
advantage
big
means
is the advantage?
that means that you roll twice and take the higher die.
How big is your advantage? I ask again.
What?
Just 1 extra die.
Okay. 4 plus 17.
Gee, would you roll a 1 and a 4?
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, Andreas, you stumble upon this scene, and
No. If I know where it is and I know where I'm trying to go, I'm going to be stealthing in there to try and figure out what the heck is going on before I reveal myself.
Oh yeah. Actually, if you Yeah, so if you want, we can say that you're kind of like swinging from tree branches stealthily. So roll stealth.
Yeet. What's your stealth?
Right?
That's a 15.
Okay, yeah, with a 15, I'll say that they're probably all a little distracted, just shouting out, "Fetch!"
Well, I'm probably also not watching the trees.
Yeah, so from a distance, you are able to see yourself standing there.
Still not comfortable.
You see, and when you arrive there, you no longer hear the two other voices. You just hear your own calling for Fetch.
Oh, that's disturbing. Did they abruptly cut off, or?
Yeah, like when you entered the area, it's almost like they blended back in with your own voice, and you begin to wonder if maybe that was just some weird echoes.
Oh, that's weird.
And Michael, they say to you, "So, do you remember who your friend Fitch was?"
Yeah, he's I guess he's a little halfling.
Ah, you were friends with a halfling. How nice. I think I knew a halfling once.
Am I able to stay invisible?
Yeah, you can stay invisible.
All right, I walk up close, but not to make try not to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, actually, with you, it almost feels like once you hear the other voices, you kind of know very easily where to go. You can't really explain it. But you do see all three of them standing there.
Okay. I still see all three?
Yes, you see the boy, the girl, and Earthmover's body.
Take a look at the boy and girl.
Yep.
Can I roll insight to figure out what would be causing an echo that sounds like additional different pitched voices? Because children are going to be a very different pitched voice from Earthmover.
Yeah, I guess you can try to roll insight or arcana, nature, something like that.
So are they still calling out Fitch? Yeah, I'm sorry.
At this point, they've kind of stopped because they're trying to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go insight. That's an 18 for insight.
Yeah, within 18, you realize that like either there's some very strange magical acoustics going on, or there were voices earlier that stopped.
Neither of which I like.
Yeah. And so Chris, you hear them say to Michael, "I hope that we're able to meet your friend Fitch soon. Did you also say that you had another friend with you?"
I message
Yeah.
Michael and say, no.
Okay, so when you cast message, you suddenly become visible and can no longer see the kids.
The heck?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now, Michael, you're the only one that can see them. But you hear your own voice in your head saying, "No."
Was I just thinking no?
Well, you said that you casted message.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying.
Yeah. And then you hear the other voice chime in and say, "Yeah, I don't know about this. There's some weird stuff going on."
Hold on, wait. Who gets the
The voice
I'm
is
so confused.
I'm so confused too. Wait, who gets the voice? He does or me?
Michael still gets the voice.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, can I roll for perception to see if I see Geralt's body.
Yeah, I imagine you've probably been looking around frantically, hoping that one of them shows up. Go ahead.
So do you see him?
Roll perception.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a 6.
Yeah, with a 6, you don't quite make him out. Like, Chris, you said that you didn't quite approach the area where they were, so you're probably still obscured a bit by trees.
Right.
Andreas, what are you doing?
Do I know where this? I assume we're in a clearing.
You're actually just kind of on a path. It's not like quite a full clearing.
Okay. Do I know where this is in relation to the field where we came into the woods from?
You realize that it's kind of along the path that you ran through the first time, so it wouldn't be too far of a walk back.
Okay. All right. I'm going to kind of try and circle the area that they're in without being seen still.
Okay, roll stealth again.
That is 14.
Yeah, with a 14, you do make some sounds to rustle the trees, but if you're circling the whole area, you are going to come across Gerald's body.
Oh, okay.
Do I notice him?
Yeah, you both probably noticed some strange rustling in the trees, but for all you know, there could be an animal.
Can I roll perception? Because I'm pretty wary about these forests right now.
Yeah, go for it.
$15.
Yeah, with a 15, you probably do. Like, it's your body. If anyone's going to recognize it, it's you. So you do see your face slightly poking through one of the tree branches.
I message.
What do you say?
Hey, who is this? Also, he Earth Mover was currently with some kids, but when I immediately cast message, I just tell him exactly what happened.
Okay, you fill them in on what you know.
Yeah.
This is Earth Mover. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm looking at my body. And I'm messaging myself, but who am I talking? Who's in my body?
This is Earth Mover.
Okay, your body was with some children.
Were they like yelling children?
That sound.
No, I heard their voices. And now when I got out of my invisibility, they disappeared.
Yeah, I didn't see any children, but I did see my body yelling.
I'm going to try something. Can I try casting invisibility again?
Go for it. Yep, and are you going to...
Nice. Spell slot. Or spell slots.
Are you going to twin cast it so that's cast on both you and...
You can't do that. It's a touch spell. You can't get me.
I mean, are you in range?
I'm not. It's a touch range. Unless he also did a distant cast, which I don't know if you can double up like that.
I mean, you can with a lot of spell points. Tell you what, are you going to get close enough to let him touch you?
No, I don't. Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me roll.
Okay.
Right. 16.
Okay, wait. So first, to clarify, you are using this spell and the necessary sorcery points to turn yourself invisible, and along with Thitch. Okay, to clarify, you are using the resources necessary to turn yourself and your other body invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you're out of sorcery points to start with. But yeah, you are both now invisible, and you can see.
Oh my god.
Okay. The children are visible again.
Yes. Michael, what are you doing?
I guess I'll just keep talking to the kids.
Yes, and the voice says, "Yes, it feels like it's hard to keep track of time here in the woods, but it feels like we've been here for a very long time indeed." And the girl says, "Ah, yes, I remember when I first found you. That felt like it was many, many days and days after I first came in, but I don't know how many. And now we are friends. Now we have a new friend. Not all of the children here are our friends. Some of them are mean to us, so we do not spend time with them."
So there's more children in these woods.
Oh, yes, many, many, many children.
Someone went on a massacre. No.
We do not have the
Okay.
what did our parents refer to it as? Census. Yes, I believe that was the term. We do not census here, so I do not know how many children.
Okay.
How old are they?
Um.
Or well, I got. He gets to talk. Go.
Um. How do we get out of these woods?
Oh, we do not get out. Not for those like us. They say that those
Why not?
the living can step out, but these forests go on and on for us. But it's not so bad. Apparently, for the living, these are a very dark woods. But as you can see, it's quite nice here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you see the
so-
boy walk over to a nearby tree.
And
He seems to like be grabbing on something that you can't see, and when he pulls his hand away, there's suddenly an apple in it. Yes, such a lovely forest, so full of life. Oh,
oh,
look, the birds are chirping again, but you don't hear any birds until he points it out, and then you do hear them.
what the heck?
Oh, the other two, are you guys going to do anything? Oh, and I'd just like to clarify, you see and hear what's going on there. So an apple just materialized in this dude's hand when he went to pick one, and as soon as he pointed out the birds, you were able to hear them.
What about the light? Is it still dark for us?
Yeah, for you too, it's for the three of you, it's still dark.
Can someone remind me of like what our goal is here?
We're supposed to be going to a temple.
Okay. I'll ask the kids. So I heard there was this temple. Do you know where that might be?
Well, we hear that across this world there are many great temples and castles and the like. Sometimes they just appear where they were not before. Perhaps they were lost in the woods like us, and the girl chuckles.
Understand why she's chuckling.
So what you're saying is that there's no solid way of getting to a temple?
And the boy says, well, sometimes, while we do not census, we make basic maps and such. There may be ways around it. And then the girl says, oh, perhaps if we run into Ia-chan, he can help you.
Oh, okay. Do you guys just wander around, or where can I find Dia-chan?
Ia-chan, he is a traveler like us. He comes and goes, but he helps the children of the woods.
So he's just wandering around. Okay.
Hmm. Andreas, Chris, you guys gonna do anything?
I'm gonna yell at Fitch again.
Still watching. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on in my head.
Okay. Well, you apparently hear him yell out your name.
Again?
I mean, Michael, is that what you said you do?
Yes.
Okay. Then the other two are going to join in. Fetch! Fetch!
Andre, what do you do?
Well, seeing as I am still invisible, I'm going to go ahead and stealth over there again and try and peer into where they are. I'm
Alright.
invisible, so I have advantage. Is that how that does?
Yeah, you can roll stealth with. Well, how close are you getting?
Not any closer than I got before.
Yeah, okay, you can roll stealth with advantage.
Cool, that's a 22.
Okay, yeah, with a 22, you're able to move in a little closer behind some bushes and trees.
Okay. I assume I'm still just seeing my body.
Well, no, when you turned invisible, you could see the kids, and you heard them as well.
Oh, this is freaky. And this is coming from someone that used to live in an area inhabited by dragons. I guess I'm going to go ahead and wander out directly out into the clearing.
Okay.
Or onto the trail.
Yep. You're making yourself obvious.
Well, I mean, I'm staying invisible, but short of that, I'm not in cover anymore.
Yeah, and so I guess as you're approaching, actually, Michael, you are able to see him, although he kind of has like a transparent look about him, which is kind of the same thing that's been going on with all of you. Like, even after you turned invisible for whatever reason in the woods, you could still see each other, but you were kind of like transparent. I think I forgot to say that earlier. So,
Well,
yeah,
I say, "Oh, Fitch, there you are," and I go up to him.
Yes, and the boy and the girl turn around and say, "Oh, hello, Fitch. It's nice to meet you."
I'm
Are you-
not Fitch, I'm Earth Mover.
Ah, so who is the Fitch
yeah.
then?
Oh, so, my bad.
You are a friend of our new friend?
Wait, aren't they gonna ask? Aren't they gonna ask?
They just
why
legit
there's two
don't
Earth
care
movers?
about the discrepancy of there being two Earth Movers.
So, what is an Earth Mover?
They must be like really lonely that they don't care at all about the potential dubiousness of two people showing up and not having the name that people think they have.
I mean,
Anyway.
they are immortal ghost children, so.
And then they're going to say to Andreas, "So, you came into the woods at the same time as our friend?"
Just barely before, but yes.
Ah, but you were traveling with him beforehand?
Yes.
Ah, you must have passed over first then. Do you have any memories of the last world?
The material plane? Sure.
Ah. You are also a fast rememberer. Many people here are not like that, though. We must be patient with them.
Are you saying this plane removes memories?
Well, when children like us first arrive here, we cannot always remember. Perhaps that is for the good. It is not always pleasant to remember your own death, as you are probably quickly realizing.
I falter at those words.
That part has not come back yet? Well, I suppose we should fill you in on what's going on here, shouldn't we?
I recall quite clearly how I got here.
Yes.
These are the woods of the lost. This is full of the souls of the children who were lost in the woods, never to return.
Well, then I suppose I should be leaving you all to your rest, because that's not certainly what I am.
Oh, you are among the living?
I should hope so.
Well, it is nice. Well, it is nice to meet you then. Did you come to visit your friend here?
Visit?
Yes, he tells us that he is like us.
I almost said look down, but I don't. When did you die?
And then they look at you and say, yes, do you remember when you died? You say it was recent, correct?
No, I actually don't remember when I died.
Ah. But you are like us, though, right? Chris, what are you doing?
I'm watching and I'm out of spells, but I am waiting to figure out. I'm trying to put together stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I also remember being alive, so I'm not really sure if I'm like you.
Oh. Huh. Well, tell us. What do you see? What do you remember? What is this world to you?
This is the Fey Plane.
So you are not... So you are not one of us, you are but a planar traveler, as they call them? Ia-chan sometimes speaks of you. Well, not you in particular.
I suppose that's one way to go about saying it.
Okay. I think we really need to find this Ia-chan guy.
Huh. Well, I think I know where he might go next. He has many places that he likes to visit throughout the day.
Would you mind taking us?
Sure, we can do that. Come follow us. And they link arms and start walking together down the trail.
Perfect instead.
You guys gonna follow?
Oh, I would like to avoid following if possible, but if that's where he's going, then I'm gonna, yeah.
How about you, Chris?
I follow silently.
Yeah, so after about 20 minutes of walking, they finally come into a clearing area. It's actually pretty large. And you see a lot more kids milling around. Some are around campfires. Some are talking to each other. Some seem to be sleeping. And the boy, Benjamin, says to you, we call this place the encampment. It is where many of us make our home. It does not rain or get cold here, so we do not need shelters, but we still build them sometimes because they're fun to make. And you guys do see that there's like some rudimentary shelters set up, like some, like you see an area that just seems to be like a large wooden, almost box-like thing that just says store on the front, and there's just kind of a boy on the inside who seems to just be trading acorns with people. Yes, and the girl says, Ia-chan is our guardian. He comes here from time to time to check in on us.
So when will he be arriving?
Oh, we do not know. Ia-chan comes and goes as he pleases.
Were we on some kind of schedule inherently from the conclave?
Not necessarily.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
But you do know that you were supposed to meet someone when you first landed.
It seems as good a place as any.
Yes, you guys are good. Chris, you gonna join them?
I'm still a bit weirded out, honestly. But I guess I have to.
Yeah, do you make your presence known to them?
No. I will not.
What are you gonna find? At least try to find a way to signal the other two.
I can still message them, right?
Well, you know from last time that when you cast message, you turned visible.
Right. I gotta tap. I tap my body 3 times on the shoulder, right shoulder.
I'm not gonna like that. I don't like that. I don't trust like that. I'm gonna turn around, try and figure out what's going on.
Okay, yeah, you see Gerald's transparent body.
I think I figured out who is in whose body, so I say, Earth move, calm down.
I still don't know who you are.
It's Stitch.
How do you stand being this small?
I've been like that for 60 years.
It's free anyways.
I point behind me to my body. I've been like that for 30.
Well, we're still gotta figure out what's going on and where the temple is.
Well, there's someone that seems to know an awful lot that we're being led to.
Okay. Do we know that that's our guy?
Not a clue.
Yep, and then Emma is going to say to Andreas, "Are you talking to someone, friend?"
No. Feign insanity.
I really like the imagery of someone asking me a question from behind me and the bushes in front of me saying no. I'm just practicing my ventriloquism.
Oh. Well, you're very good at it. I heard that bush talking.
Thank you.
Yeah, talking bushes are a thing here, so that might be what's going on.
Who's to say? Certainly not the newcomer to the area.
Ah, yes. But yes, I guess now you have all the time you need to practice your ventriloquy.
Of course.
After all, well, then again, bad things don't happen to us because we can't really get hurt, but we don't know about visitors.
That does not bode well.
I mean, like, we eat for enjoyment, but I don't know if there's, like, a stable enough food supply if regular people started living in this area long term.
Tell you what, I'm going to, as much as I do enjoy the scenery around here, I think I will try and avoid finding out.
Okay. Yeah, and so then some other kids are gonna, at this point, come up to you guys and start trying to talk to you, see what's going on with you guys.
I don't really do kids, so
I mean, you are the size of one.
that does not help. Yeah, no, I am relatively discomforted by the presence of this many children.
Yeah, and then another boy runs up to you and says, "Hello, I'm Arthur. It's nice to meet you."
How come all of these kids have accents?
I don't know, you live in a magical woods long enough, you get an accent. I don't see what's so strange about it.
Maybe this is Victorian England, Dead Forest.
all of the Mistress Ratica killed me kids.
Yep. Yes. So, what? So, are you our new friends? Are you going to be staying with us?
Not for too long.
Ah. And then Emma says, "Oh, they have visitors, and they're trying to find Ia-chan." And then and then Arthur says, "Oh, Ia-chan just left here not too long ago. He said that he had some people to meet with, but he would be back before too long."
Oh, come on!
That was likely us. Do you know where he went?
Oh, he said that he was going to leave the woods, but we couldn't take you there because we can't do that.
Do we still know the way out?
I mean, at this point, based on how far you walked and some of the turns you had to take, you don't necessarily know that you could backtrack.
This is why.
But they did say the Ia-chan was coming.
One of the things that I wanted to look at is I've got navigator's tools, so I wanted to try and draw a rough map as we were going to go anywhere, and then I forgot to say that I was doing that, so we don't have a map.
Yep. So will you be waiting here for him?
I suppose we'll be waiting a while, yes.
Yeah.
And then after about another 20 minutes, so it's probably been about 50 minutes since you guys arrived on the plane, you suddenly hear a galloping sound coming closer towards you, and the children start chanting, "Ia-chan! Ia-chan! He's coming!"
Not too long, I think.
And then suddenly appearing in the clearing, there is a large, ruddy centaur man who says, "Hello again, children." And Arthur says to him, "Were you able to meet the people you were looking for?" And he says, "No, my druid friends told me where to find them, and they weren't there. Don't know what happened." And then you look over at I guess just two of you are out in the clearing area. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, not that
are you newcomers?
Yes, we were told to meet someone. Imagine it's you.
Were you the ones sent by the druids?
Yes.
Yes.
Why did you run into the woods?
A large dragon that was apparently threatening to eat us. I don't know. I don't speak
I
dragon.
say, as a bush.
And then and then he says to you, hey, we have an agreement with the talking bushes in the area that they're not allowed to come near the encampment for another month. I know it's hard to judge time here, but you guys are usually better than this."
I walk up to him and say it right in front of his face, "I'm not a talking bush."
Oh, okay. Hello. And then he realizes, okay, oh wait, Dragonborn, Halfling, Goliath. Yep, these are the people I was looking for.
And then finally I trust the situation go around me. I stopped being invisible.
Yeah, because that's clearly not helping us.
Yeah, when you stop, so when you drop the invisibility, you can no longer see the kids, but Iachan's still there.
Oh wait, does that mean I drop Andreas's invisibility as well?
Also that you can keep them separate if you want.
Alright, I guess.
Yeah, so we can say that he's still invisible.
Yeah.
And he says, so you managed to make it to the encampment, and then Emma says, oh yes, Benjamin and I took him here. Well, good job. If these three had gotten lost in these woods, well, let's just say they would have become more like you.
Oh, wonderful.
What, lost in the woods? That seems fairly self-explanatory.
And then dead.
Ah. Right.
and he's going to say, okay then. Well, we don't have time for chit-chats. The stronghold is in dire need of some help. How much did the druids tell you about your mission?
Practically nothing, as best I recall.
Well, deeper into these woods, there is a stronghold that's about 30 of your years ago suddenly appeared from your plane, and many various fairies and pixies have called it their home, but it's recently been taken over by force. We need someone to go in and make it safe again.
Well,
Okay.
what part of that makes for such an important proof of worth that we're undergoing? How difficult is this to be?
Well, don't know about the exact difficulty. Is this one of the druid's tests?
Yes.
Well, then, I guess it's going to be a measure of how you solve it. Well, come along now. No time to waste. And he's going to head back out on the trail. Do you guys follow?
I guess, but he's probably significantly faster than us.
Well, he's going to let you guys keep up, but I feel like this is a good place to cut the session.
Freaking quadrupeds.
Yep. So, episode 40 of Enter the Dungeon. I've been your host and dungeon master, Drew, and I'm being joined by...
Earthmover in Thitch's body.
Okay.
Thitch and Geralt's body.
And...
Geralt in Earthmover's body.
Ah.